So hello guys, welcome to Safe Talks episode number 8. So in today's video we are going to discuss all these topics. So out of that topic, first one is calorimeter. Actually when we talk about the fire testing, when we are talking about specifically passive fire protection, it means for example this is one of the fireboard which I need to utilize in any of the construction material. Okay, that time fire testing is required mandatorily. Okay, so there are specialized equipments which are being used by the fire testing laboratories. Okay, out of that one of the equipment that is called a calorimeter. Okay, so basically what calorimeter tells us, I'm not talking about the small calorimeter which is generally used in the small labs. I'm talking about a big calorimeter which you have seen the image on the thumbnail. Okay, so basically what happens is generally if a piece is burning, for example if a piece is going under combustion or a pyrolysis process, then how the heat will be generated, how much heat will be generated, and what are the physical and chemical processes which are going on inside, how the heat will be evolved there, how will be the heat transmission and all, because it's a very complex equipment as well as very expensive also, so we can get a lot of information from that about the particular process which is generating heat. Okay, so again it's a very important equipment, especially in CFPS examination also. So when you are preparing for CFPS examinations, at that time you are going to study about that particular equipment in depthly. Okay, second, if we come to the second topic, that is your FNG mapping. Now what is the meaning of FNG mapping is fire and gas mapping. So see guys, when we are allocating detectors, for example it may be heat detector, it may be smoke detector. Okay, so that at that time if a detector is there, okay, so in conceptual wise there will be one cone of vision. Cone of vision means there is a, you can say it's a dynamic area, or you can say it's a just visionary area. Okay, so under that cone of vision, if any of the foreign particles, for example if it's a smoke detector, consider it's a smoke detector, this will be its cone of vision. Okay, so under that cone of vision, if any smoke particle is coming, then only it will detect that. Okay, if that particular smoke particle is not coming under the cone of vision, then it will be unable to detect that. So what FNG mapping helps us is, it will help us to decide the particular points. It means if we are locating one detector here, here and here, so which point is going to be more useful and more coverage. So from the detectors what we expect is it should cover more and more area. Okay, so it will tell us which location is going to give you the more and more area coverage. Okay, as well as it can also implement it in the complex geometries, for example FPSO, floating production and storage of floating offshore and rig installations, as well as in the petroleum refineries. So again very crucial topic. So there are a lot of softwares which is used for that. So already I made a one video on that, so you can check out that FNG mapping, fire and gas mapping, Aegis Academy. Third one is Hammurabi. Okay, so in the thumbnail you have seen that one guy was standing there. Okay, so it's a pretty much change. So Hammurabi basically he's a king guys. Okay, he's the sixth king of Babylonian dynasty. So why we are talking about him is guys, so when you are preparing for ASP and CSP examinations, okay, so at that time first chapter is there, introduction to history of safety profession, and introduction to the BCSP examination, like that first chapter is there. Okay, so inside that chapter first topic is with regards to Hammurabi, because he is one of the greatest element of the history of safety profession. Why means because he have taken one code, means here in his era when he was ruling, at that time there was a code of Hammurabi he had released. Okay, as well as in his time when he was practicing, when he was ruling a particular area, at the time safety profession was developed a lot. Okay, there was a lot of changes which was taken place during his rule area, as well as the first workers compensation law, if I'm not wrong, first workers compensation law. If any worker got injured, at the time what will be the payment procedures, how much we need to give to his family, what will be the facilities that we need to give. So all have introduced in this period. Means if you are interested to know about the history of safety profession, then you can check out his Wikipedia. Okay, actually what he have done and how the safety practice profession was practiced during his era. Okay, so it is very interesting guys, because generally we study about process safety, function systems and general personal safety, but we don't know about previous one when we have just started our life on earth. Okay, at the time how we maintain the safety, if someone is not following safety, what are the enforcement actions we can take on them on previous era, as well as what are the safety precautions we will be having. Okay, so if you are interested to know about history of safety, then you can check out Hammurabi, because it is one of the crucial element of history of safety profession. Fourth one is guys ADC, and very important. I will take one special video on that also upcoming future. ADC means accelerant detection canines. Accelerant detection canines. So basically they are used in fire investigation. Fire investigation. So in simple, we are not making it complex. In simple, you have seen that dogs, when any fire occurs, after that investigation is going on, so at the end dogs will come on the side. Okay, and they have a very good capacity to sneak, what you can say, smell. Okay, so they are called accelerant detection canines in the field of fire investigation. So basically they have a 1 lakh times more than smelling capacity than humans, as well as they can give you a correct where the ignitable liquid residues or accelerant is present. Okay, so basically they are being transferred from a normal lovely pet dog to a useful tool. It means they can give you a service, because if you take a normal dog, okay, who is not ADC trained, so he cannot do anything. It means he can do a manner works. But if you take a ADC who is properly trained as well as rewarded as well as undergo a special training, means he can do a lot of works. Especially he can prove a lot very useful tool. So whenever he help us, particularly the person who is managing him, so that person will give him the reward so that he can continue this process in the upcoming future. Okay, the last one is that, guys, ES and PS and M. Okay, so but before going to that, we need to understand one more thing, that ADC has been operated by Fire Investigation Department. Okay, because you cannot find any ADC who is running on the road. Okay, and you can directly take him and just involve in the fire investigation activities. So they are basically properly trained. When we come to the ES, PS and M, so basically it is involved evacuation simulation, pedestrian simulation and modeling. It means when a building is there, if any emergency occurs here, how the people will move in that building. Okay, how will be the average speed? Because as you know that in a building there are persons, a lot of categories of person are there. Some may be of 20, 32 years of age, some may be 18 years of age, some may be 60 years of age, some may be small kids. So at the time, what will be their movement? Okay, so by considering various simulations, we can just identify what will be the predictable speed of that, and as well as in how much time we can evacuate that building, because it is very much required. Like fire modeling, we need to do that also. So it is a very useful tool. Already I have made one special dedicated video on that. So if you haven't watched, you can just go and check out that video, because it will give you under you can say depth understanding of that. Okay, so you can check out that. Your more concepts will be clear over that. So guys, these are the 5 topics which I have learned today, as well as I will be waiting for your topics, what you have learned. Just try to put them in comment box. I'll be happy to know that. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Meet you in the next video. Till then, take care.